Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Dwi Jayanti from Syarif Hidayatullah Islamic State University. I'm standing here want to explain you about the Kingdom of Monera. Monera is the simplest organism because it is only built by one cell and still a prokaryotic cell. It is a cell which does not have nucleic membrane yet. Monera consists of bacteria and blue alga. Yeah, comes from Latin word that is bacterium, which means small stick. Now, the name of bacteria is used to call a group of microorganisms that has one cell, and in general has no chlorophyll, so its property is heterotrophic. Bacteria is classified into they are Archaebacteria, and Eubacteria. Bacteria comes from the Greek word archaio, which means ancient. Archaebacteria is a group of bacteria whose its cell wall does not contain peptidoglycan, but its plasma membrane contains lipid. Archaebacteria lives in extreme surrounding that is similar to the original surrounding on the earth. According to its extreme surrounding, Archaebacteria is divided into three groups, that is, methodogen bacteria, second is halophil bacteria, and thermodophil bacteria. Methodogen bacteria. The bacteria produce methane from hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Methodogen bacteria live in swamps and decomposer. Example of methodogen bacteria is Methanobacterium. And the second is halophil bacteria. Halophil bacteria lives optimally in surrounding of 20% salinity. Example of halophil bacteria is Halobacterium. The third is thermodophil bacteria. Thermodophil bacteria live in extremely hot and sour surrounding. Example of thermodophil bacteria are Solvalobus and Thermoplasma. And the next is Eubacteria. One example of Eubacteria is Escherichia coli. That is an important microorganism in intestine that is used widely in generic engineering. Yeah, bacteria are found in all habitats in air, soil, and water. Even in our body, bacteria can be found in a valley that contains ice in Arctic, in the dark forest, in the desert, in a volcano, in the root of a plant, in the canned food, and a hot spring, and so on. And in scape of bacteria, rockly bacteria are divided into three shapes. Those are coccus, the second is bacillus, and the third is spiral. Shape bacteria can be divided into the first is monococcus. Was 1-to-1 and spherical in shape. The second is Diplococcus. The spherical and paired infus. And then is Streptococcus. Spherical in shape, joined like a chain. The next is Tetracoccus. Tetracoccus spherical in shape and consists of 4 cells, arranged in the shape of a square. And the next is Sarcina. Sarcina spherical in shape and consists of 8 cells arranged in the shape of a cube. And next is Staphylococcus. Staphylococcus spherical in shape and arranged like a group of grapes. And the next is Bacillus. Bacillus-shaped bacteria can be divided into one is monobacillus. Monobacillus individual bar shape. The second is Diplobacillus. Shaped like bars arranged in pus. The third is Streptobacillus. Streptobacillus bar shaped, joined like a chain. is spiral. Spiral-shaped bacteria can be divided into the one is curve shape less than a semicircle. The second is spiral. Spiral curve shape more than a semicircle. And the third is spirochete. Spirochete of smooth and flexible spiral. Formation of flagella in its cell surface. The first is Arctic. Bacteria that have no flagella. The second is monotric. Bacteria that have one no flagellum in one end of their cell. The third is amphitric. Bacteria that have one flagellum in both ends of their cell. The next is locotric. Bacteria that have flagella in one end of their cell. Next is peritric. Bacteria that have flagella on all of their cell surface. The next is bacteria reproduction. Bacteria can reproduce by dividing themselves using binary division. In bacteria, exchange of genetic material also happens between a cell and its pair. This reproduction is called parasexual reproduction. The next is blue alga. Blue alga are microscopic. Have chlorophyll A and can do photosynthesis. Habitat of blue alga mainly is in wet place, gutter, and some live in hot water spring more than 80 degrees Celsius in temperature. Blue alga reproduce by dividing themselves, fragmentation, and in unfavorable condition form spora. Okay, I think it's enough for now. I hope you can understand and I explain to you. And I wish it can useful and you can get more knowledge. For your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.